Commissioner Baloyi is saying she got the sense that Mr. Shaskalsin wanted to say something about...
Chair, if things are going to be said publicly, I need to place on record that I behaved rudely to the legal team of Mr. Karim before that altercation, and I apologize for that.
Thank you very much for the apology. Is it accepted?
Yes, we have no issue with it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And thanks, Commissioner Baloyi, for bringing that to my attention. Yes, Mr. Bana.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I just want to place on record two matters. The first deals with documents that we have been drip-fed since Friday and over the weekend. You will recall, and I was not involved, on the 6th of February, the postponement was caused by late documents that were handed to Mr. Karim's legal team by the Commission's evidence leaders. Following upon that, we received documents on Friday in terms of the directive, and I'll deal with why those documents should not have been produced earlier. In terms of...
Mr. Bana, may I just raise this? We've seen the correspondence, and may I just find out from Mr. Shaskalsin if he will be referring to or relying on the documents that were served after the postponement, not the supplementary bundle that was to be served on the 6th. The other documents, will you be using those today? Because what I have in mind, so as to save time, because a lot of time has been lost already, what I have in mind is whether it's possible for you to only use that documentation tomorrow and not today.
Chair, if we're talking about the documents, there was one written page and an electronic spreadsheet, which is the underlying source material for a document already in the bundle. I don't intend to refer to either of those today. There was as well, so there were the Friday documents, and then there were 6 pages.
I wanted to refer to the 6 pages because I saw reference to 6 pages.
The 6 pages I will refer to today.
Mr. Bana, what do you think would practically cure? But 6 pages, when were the 6 pages served?
On Saturday.
On Saturday.
May I say this? It's not just a question of the number of pages in one spreadsheet. That spreadsheet I haven't even looked at. We received notice of it this morning at 8 o'clock. We asked for hard copies. We understand they've been printed, but people that have viewed it electronically say it's dense information. But whether it's 1 page or 6, consultations are set up with the witness, consultations are held, and despite correspondence from my attorney saying, please don't drip feed us with documents, documents just keep appearing with no explanation as to why they were not given. In fact, even the Friday documents, it's clear the Commission was in possession of that ages ago. They could have been included when we were given the bundle on the 6th February. Instead, they were not. And attitude was taken, we'll see what's in your statement, and then we'll decide to give you the documents. That's a classic ambush. Giving us documents on the morning when we're traveling to court is a classic ambush. And it's no comfort to say we won't use those documents today, we'll deal with them tomorrow. We're all under constraints. Most of the legal team are fasting. It's Ramadan. The witness is fasting. We have a full day here. There's no time for after-hours consultation. And we've then got to deal on the hoof, so to speak, with documents that could have been provided. The Commission knew it was going to be using this. When I say the Commission, I obviously refer to the evidence leaders. And it's not acceptable where this rule of fairness is just ignored, and we're given documents. A letter was literally written at noon on Sunday saying we're being drip-fed documents. Please tell us there won't be any further documents in unequivocal terms. And despite being told there won't be further documents, we get those documents today. So it's a question of fairness. It's a question of why these documents are not produced, and it's a question of in our view, the evidence leaders trying to ambush Mr. Karim by producing documents at a very late stage, which he hasn't had a full and proper opportunity to consult on. There's no reason we should be put through this in the holy month to have to expect to consult with a witness after hours when people are taken up by the breaking of the fast, by prayers and other such matters. The second issue is more concerning, though. Having looked at some of the documents given on Friday, it appears, and we'll wait to hear the questions, it appears that there's an attempt to introduce matter that is entirely irrelevant to the terms and the mandate of the Commission. So, for example, there are documents produced in an SIU investigation which don't concern Mr. Karim in any way. Obviously, they're put up there. There's going to be an examination for the purpose of examination, and we are going to note that any attempt to ask questions which are not relevant or rationally connected to the purpose of the Commission and its mandate, in our view, transgresses the principles of legality and transgresses the principles of fairness. I put that out up front, Chair, because you're going to hear if there's an attempt to cross-examine on matters that are not rationally connected to that purpose, there are going to be constant objections from our side. And those objections are not because we in any way want to be obstructive, but Mr. Karim's rights have to be protected. The terms of reference of the Commission have to be respected, and the principle of legality has to be upheld. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Mr. Shaskalson?
Chair, it is regrettable that some of these documents were furnished late, but it's important to put it in context. There was a ruling by this Commission that a statement had to be furnished last week, Friday. Mr. Karim and his legal team unilaterally took it upon themselves to defy that ruling. They furnished their statement 5 days after this Commission ordered it to be furnished. If they had complied with the ruling, they would have received our statements, our additional documents having regard to what is said in their statement 5 days earlier. If they are complaining now that Friday was too late for them, well, then they should have thought about that before they decided to defy a ruling of this Commission and file their own statement 5 days late. They would have had an extra 5 days with the documents that they now complain were filed late, had they not unilaterally defied
What
the
do you say
ruling
to
of
the
this Commission.
submission? What do you say to the submission that these are documents that the Commission had all along and which it could have provided to Mr. Karim much, much earlier anyway, instead of waiting until his statement had been filed?
Some of the documents, there are ongoing investigations by this Commission. We don't have documents. Every day we discover new documents. We can't, if every time we come across a potentially relevant document, we hand it over and add it to the bundle, it would be an unmanageable situation. We also don't know what is going to be relevant and what is not going to be relevant until we have done the whole exercise. We were probably in a position to hand over all of these documents by Wednesday, but we still hadn't received a statement. Once we got a statement, some of the documents may have become irrelevant. There may have been other statements that became relevant. The whole purpose of this schedule was to ensure that we were given a statement, and then, if as a result of a statement we wanted to supplement the bundle, we would. And they defied that ruling, not us. We gave them our documents within 2 days of receiving their statement. And that was what the original ruling was.
And your submission on the documents that Mr. Bana says are irrelevant?
Oh no, they are most definitely relevant. The relevance will emerge in the course of the questioning. Mr. Bana, who comes late to this party, may not understand the relevance, but they are very relevant. And if he wants to object, we will deal with his objections as and when they come.
So there isn't even a possibility of anticipating the objections in the sense of, in broad terms perhaps, unless you are going to give away something, in broad terms perhaps indicating the relevance at this stage. I'm not pushing you to.
Chair, I would rather deal with an objection as and when it comes, because, and when I deal with the objections, I'm not going to identify my entire line of questioning, because that would defeat the entire line of questioning. But I will deal with any objection that comes. I don't think we're going to save time by attempting to preempt the objection now, because we will then get objections at a later stage when specific questions are asked, which the connection to whatever argument is put forward here may not be immediately apparent to Mr. Barner, who has joined this party late.
And lastly, on the point about a consultation not having taken place with regard to some of the documents?
There are literally 6 pages of documents that came after Friday that I intend to refer to today. Mr. Karim and his team have had more than enough time to consider how to respond to those 6 pages. And and let me flag something in this regard. Those 6 pages concern issues relating to Mr. Morgan Mamela. Mr. Karim and his legal team know that issues relating to Morgan Mamela are directly are going to be traversed in this matter. They were listed both in the notice in terms of Regulation 10.6, requesting the statement, and in the summons. For reasons which I don't know, and which hopefully Mr. Karim will explain, despite being instructed to issue a statement concerning the nature and extent of his relationship with Mr. Morgan Mamela, he declined to do so. He says nothing about Mr. Morgan Mamela. He clearly doesn't want to speak about Mr. Morgan Mamela. Those 6 pages raise important issues relating to Mr. Morgan Mamela. He's chosen not to engage with them. The attitude from the Commission side is he must, and he must answer whether he would prefer not to, whether or not he would prefer to stay silent in that regard.
Yes. Chair, firstly...
Oh, sorry. Let me repeat that my mic was off. I was saying I'm inclined to make a ruling subject to submissions you may wish to make in response, which would not be more than 5 minutes.
Yes. Chair, firstly, you've given several bits of incorrect information, which the evidence leader knows is incorrect. Firstly, Mr. Karim did not defy the Commission in not producing the statement. The Commission is well aware of the circumstances. There was
we are yes. Past that, Mr. Barner, yes. Please. Yes, we are past that.
No, but I need to yes. I need to deal with my learned friend can't go publicly with statements that are incorrect, and I don't have the opportunity to deal with that. So there was the in-camera hearing, and there was correspondence exchange that the statement was equally confidential, and because of that was not produced.
We are aware of that, and
yes.
The attitude we took as the Commission was that despite whatever correspondence may have taken place, nobody ever said to Mr. Karim he should not file yes. his statement. Please move on.
Absolutely.
Please move on.
And you made a second directive that statement had to be filed, I think, by Wednesday. And as soon as you did that, the statement. And as soon as you did that, the statement was filed. So there was no defiance of the Commission, and that is incorrect. The further incorrect statement that Mr. Mamela is referred to in the 10.6 notice, if you look at the 10.6 notice, you will see, and I think this is the notice given on 5 December 2025. There have been several notices. This is the last notice that we have on record. 5 December 2025, there is no mention of Mr. Mamela there. People such as Mr. Brown, Mahotsi, etc. are referred to. No mention of Mr. Mamela. There is a reference to Mr. Marmella in the summons, but the summons requires that to be dealt with here and not in the statement. The 10-6 notice pertains to what should be in the statement, and there was nothing relating to Mr. Marmella. But all of that is also, by the way, the Commission knew and had these documents and knew it was going to rely on it. It shouldn't play a cat and mouse game to say, we'll wait and see what you say, and then we'll produce what we have. This is not an adversarial proceeding. It's not an attempt to try and ambush and catch witnesses out. We all know the purpose is fact-finding, and in the spirit of acting in a manner which is transparent and fair, those documents could all have been put up and should have been put up. The explanation that you're given that the relevance only appears from the statement is also incorrect, because our learned friends knew they were going to examine on this, because it's in the summons, and it is incorrect to say they had to wait for the statement. Chair, I have raised a general objection as to documents being put into the bundle in an examination. That remains as a general objection, and we will raise specific objections to specific questions. But we do place on record that this is not what the Commission's mandate is, to deal with matters that concern the SIU, tenders that are not even related to the police services. And whilst Mr. Karim will no doubt be able to deal with whatever is put to him, that is not the point. The point is that this Commission should stay within its mandate, and the evidence leaders should stay within their mandate. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Bana.
Sorry, Chair, I do need
what I did not get to hear, sorry, Mr. Chair. What I did not get to hear was what Mr. Karim's bottom line is for
Yes.
today.
Chair, that the spreadsheet itself might be one page, but that page is a collation of a number of source documents, and we will have to see how far we get today, and if we need more time, which is not the type of scenario that we adjourn at 4, and we expect it to be here at 9:30 to deal with this, we'll ask you to stand down further.
Stand down at what point?
Depending how far we get.
Oh,
today.
how far we get.
So
All
let's
right,
assume
all right.
that the questions today go till midday. We might be able to consult on the spreadsheet. And also there may be some consequential applications coming from that. There's an issue of confidentiality which I need to consider as well. And I want to give you the heads up for that.
Yes. You wanted to, thank you, Mr. Bana.
Thank
you
you,
wanted
Chair.
to respond, Mr. Shoskowski?
Chair, there was a notice in terms of Rule 10.6 issued on the 24th of October that specifically referred to Mr. Marmella.
Let me direct that we should commence. Anything else we will deal with as and when it arises. May we commence?
Thank you, Chair. Mr. Karim, the way we structure these processes...
The witness has not been, has not taken the oath. Mr. Karim, will you swear or affirm? You will swear.
I swear.
Okay. Do you swear that the evidence you're going to give is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth? If so, raise your right hand and say, so help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you. I see you leaning forward. Are the mics not...
Let me just get
bring them
yeah.
closer so that you don't have to keep moving forward and backwards.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you.
Mr. Karim, just to explain the process, the first part of this process will just involve me leading you through your statement without any intrusive questioning. So in the first stage of the process, you don't need to be suspicious of me. There will come a point at which you do need to be suspicious of me. We will give you warning when that point is reached. But so that you know where we're going and how it is going to run, just know that until we reach the end of your statement, I'm not going to ask you any questions that are of any intrusive nature or designed to trap you in any way. The purpose of the first part of the questioning is merely to enable you to have the opportunity to put your your version on record without being interrupted or disturbed. So there are really two ways in which you can do it. If you would like simply to read your statement into the record, we could do that. We could do it that way. If you would like me to ask you a couple of questions to facilitate that process, we can do it. We can do it that way. You must choose.
I think, counsel, you can proceed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So to begin with, let me just clarify that you have what you need to have in front of you. You should have 3 files, a small file with your statement in it.
Yeah.
We'll call that the statement file. And then 2 larger files which have exhibits in them.
Yes, I've got them.
Great. If we can start with the statement file, and maybe start at the end of the statement, just confirm, first of all, that on page 11, the signature is yours.
Yes.
And can you confirm that the contents of the statement are true and correct?
Yes, they're true and correct.
And then if we can take the Commission through the statement, going back to page 1, in pages 1 to 3, you set out certain concerns that you have and reservations of rights. The statements, the paragraphs speak for themselves. Is there anything you would want to add or emphasize in that regard?
No, Chair. No, counsel, sorry.
Then if we move to paragraph 4 onwards, you describe your relationship with Medicare 24 Tshwane District and Mr. Matlala. Maybe if I can ask you to deal first with, essentially, to